Peru has the highest ultraviolet radiation worldwide, and also is a country that has a lot of desert in the other hand. So we are going to do is to capture two things. One is to capture water from the atmosphere and also the radiation that comes into the surface of the Earth, which is smaller than the one which comes from the sun. Is reduced, but anyway, it's very, very high, and that gives a lot of energy as a source that nobody is thinking about, because it is something very restricted to some places like the Central Andes in South America, and for instance Papua New Guinea. And well, nobody has studied that because of that. And also we had the idea of afforesting the desert with cactuses that we can use in our process, as well as collecting water from the atmosphere, because the cactuses are basically with very high water, extractable water, something like between 85 and 90%. So that water is returned to the field in order to irrigate the plants. The good thing is that cactuses absorb most of its water from the atmosphere, from the humidity, and the Peruvian desert is contradictory in the sense that it's a desert, but the humidity in the air is very, very high. I mean, it can go as high as 98% and never lower than 70%. So there is like having a desert with the Amazon River on our heads. So it's a process, it's a project to afforest, and at the same time use the ultraviolet radiation via some reagents that exist in the cactuses, which convert that radiation into hydrogen peroxide, what is called oxygenated water in the pharmacy, which is a very energy material that can be used for several things, like producing energy, producing chemicals, fertilizers, capturing CO2. I mean, the idea is taking this resource of radiation and combine the humidity of the air in order to have a kind of a virtuous circle by which the plant is absorbing CO2 and at the same time is harvesting the atmosphere water and also the radiation.